Let me share personally for a moment. 2020 has been a really difficult year for many of us. Right? We've experienced disappointment and loneliness, isolation, grief over racial injustice, fear, missing friends and extended family, job loss, economic uncertainty, anxiety, debilitating panic attacks, division among close friends and family because of the election or the pandemic, visits with counselor, mounting bills, moving to save money, a trip to the ER, a trip to the cardiologist, a new heart medicine. And all of this is just describing what it's been like for my family of 4. For some of you, it's been far worse. You didn't just lose some income, you lost your ability to work. Or maybe you've lost a loved one. For others of us, this season, we've fared far better. But I can tell you that in the midst of such a challenging year, there have been moments with God and with my family that I find this whole experience worthwhile. I think we're going to look back on 2020 and see God did an amazing thing in us and through our church family. I mean, even for us personally, it's been amazing to see how what we thought was a loss has actually turned into an upgrade, even as we moved into a new place this last week. And we've always had enough. It's almost like curbside HEB is our manna from heaven. Our bills are paid even as we continue to give to God through this church. And people in this church and our family have been with us and supportive of us in ways we have rarely needed or could have imagined, whether it's praying or sharing meals or helping us move or a note of encouragement. But one of the greatest parts of this whole season, it's hard for me to even talk about without getting emotional. You see, in the midst of all of this, every morning, I experience God. Every day, when I open the scriptures and I come to him in prayer, I can sense his peace and his presence. And I wish I can give that to you. I wish I could make you feel that. I even describe it or put it into words, but how do you put into words what it feels like to be loved unconditionally? How can you even put into words what it's like to be forgiven? All the guilt taken away. How can you put into words what it feels like to be found when so often you've felt so lost? See, God's desire for you and for me isn't just to believe in a list of facts about Christmas or Easter. What he wants is your heart. He wants you. He wants me. I wonder, have you discovered a connection with God that helps you move you through the challenging days in life, that overflows into bringing hope and life to others? There was this moment when Jesus was with his disciples and he asked them, "What do people say the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Well, they think of you as a prophet." And then he made it personal and he said, "But what about you? Who do you say I am?" The scriptures tell us that Simon was the first to recognize who Jesus really was when he replied, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Jesus affirmed Simon that God had revealed it to him. In fact, he renamed him in that moment Peter, which means rock, and said, "It's on this kind of faith I'm going to build the church." And so I'm going to pose that question now to you. Jesus is asking, who do you say I am? Are you living the kind of life that demonstrates he is the one worthy of worship, ruling a kingdom that brings faith, love, and hope everywhere on this planet?